Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Am I talking to the best of the best? Am I talking to the future certified yellow belts? Am I talking to people that want to learn powerful tools and techniques to solve chronic problems? If yes, type you are talking to me. Thank you so very much for your messages sent via email, WhatsApp, LinkedIn. Thank you so very much. I had a chance to read all of them, but I did not reply to all of them really because of the number of messages, okay? Thank you so very much. You can be sure that your words mean a lot to me and to my team, okay? Normally, I like to run a quick content review from yesterday's session. So type content review if you are okay with that. Yeah? Excellent. So, by the way, should we apply Lean Six Sigma to all sorts of problems? From what you've learned so far, should we apply Lean Six Sigma for all types of problems or not? Is this specific for a certain type of problem, or should we apply for all types of problems? You guys tell me. Yeah, it's only for chronic problems, for systemic problems, problems that we don't know the solution, okay? That we have no clue about the root cause. This is very important to reinforce, okay? Some people like to know a little bit about the history of continuous improvement. So if you are this kind of person, maybe you want to know that Lean Six Sigma is really the combination of lean manufacturing with Six Sigma, okay? And to be honest, Lean Six Sigma is much more Six Sigma than lean, okay? Lean has to do pretty much with the an attempt maybe to replicate the best practices from the Japanese automotive sector, more specifically Toyota, or if you prefer, Toyota production system. Yeah. So Lean is an American, okay, Jim Womack and his team attempt really to fully understand how Japanese were producing cars, let's say, and how we can leverage the best practices to different manufacturing systems, yes? And obviously that now they talk about lean enterprise because we understand that this is not only applicable for manufacturing, but also for service, for hospitals, for hotels, yes? Six Sigma, we are talking about 1980s with Bill Smith, yeah, at Motorola. And he proposed a framework to improve quality via variation reduction, okay? Or variability reduction, if you prefer. So Lean Six Sigma, the grouping was proposed in 2001 in a work named Leaning into Six Sigma, okay? Wonderful. And what's the main objective of Lean Six Sigma? It's really to present a framework for you to solve chronic problems. Beautiful. And then it's very, very much important that you know that the method is anchored in principles. So principles are timeless, are changeless, principles are universal, and principles are absolute. Yeah, what does it mean? It means that principles are on top, are way above any tool or any technique or even any concept. We can say principles, concepts, techniques, and tools. Okay? So if you think of AI, artificial intelligence, for example, yeah? If you think of AI, does it mean that now we don't need to learn principles anymore? I would definitely alert you and say that you should be very careful if you believe that because of AI you don't need to study anything, because in order to properly use AI you need to be very diligent in the input, how you ask, what kind of data you enter in your processing, and you must be very critical with the output, very much critical with the output, okay, to check if AI is not full of hallucinations. Yes, you need to be very careful with that. So yes, you need to learn principles. You need to learn principles. And then mastering these principles, you will minimize very much the chance of making mistakes using any tool or technique, including AI. Okay? Does it make sense from 0 to 10? How much sense does it make for you? And so my main objective with you guys today and in this journey, this yellow belt journey, is to guarantee that you are capable, yeah, of solving complex problems, okay? Or for specifically yellow belts, specifically for yellow belts, to be part of teams that will be solving complex problems, okay? So it has to do with employability. Do you guys remember the 5 steps in the framework, in the Lean Six Sigma framework that I have presented here? Do you guys remember the 5 steps that I presented yesterday? Type here for me. Do you guys remember that? Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Make beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I hope you are taking notes, okay? Because at the end of this journey, you will be taking 2 tests, okay? I will be explaining in details how to take this test. I'll be sending a link to you guys with the instructions for you to take the test. If you are a certified white belt, you can go straight to yellow belt. But if you are not a white belt, that's okay. You can take the white belt test and also the yellow belt test. By the way, type here for me, if you are a white belt, type I am a white belt. If you are not, type scratch. I'm starting from 0, from scratch. Okay, so I see a lot of, many white belts. That's okay. And feel free, if you want to retake white belt just to have fun, that's okay. Amazing. And remember that your certificate comes with my signature, my ASQ number, comes obviously with my name, so anyone can check the authenticity, the credibility of this certificate. I'll be explaining about the mechanisms to verify authenticity in our last session. And also, obviously, it comes with your name. This is the most important piece of information in this certificate, okay? Beautiful. Excellent. So in order to run a Lean Six Sigma project, we should pick projects from the top of our mind. Is that correct? Yes, the exam is free. The certificate is free. Okay, so there is no cost involved in white/yellow belt. There is no cost involved. 0, 0, 0. Okay, no cost involved. No, it's my pleasure. Yes, I'll be explaining about the exam later, okay? It's funny because yesterday I got few messages like, where is my certificate? I was there in session 1. So do you believe that because you came to session 1, now you are a yellow belt? Come on, guys. This is a serious certification program. We were together yesterday, today, tomorrow, Thursday, and next Monday. It's a 10-hour journey with me. So 10 hours of listening to Marcelinho. And I expect that you review your notes another 10 hours. So in total, it's a 20-hour journey. Yeah, this is a serious certification program. And it does include white. Because remember that in Lean Six Sigma, white is part of yellow. And yellow is part of green. Green is part of black, and black is part of Master Black Belt. Okay? So when you take yellow, you have the competence to take the white belt test. And obviously, the content part of yellow belt includes white belt content. Yeah? Does it make sense? Beautiful. Where's my certificate? I was there. Send me now. Take a deep breath. We are just getting started, my friend. And by the way, we should care about the certificate, but what we should really care about is the knowledge that you are getting. What is your list of elements to be placed on the tables that you are sitting in? What can you say when people present a problem for you? What can you say? I hope now, when someone presents a problem for you, I hope you can talk about customer segmentation. Tell me about your customers. Have you segmented? Based on what? Based on revenue? Okay. Have you listened to your customers? Yes, how? Service, one-on-one, indirect observation. Oh, so you have the voice of the customer. Tell me about the voice of the business. Is this business profitable? Tell me about revenue. Tell me about profit, about market share. Oh, wonderful. Now let's translate VOC into CTQ. By the way, what is CTQ? CTQ stands for, type here in our chat window. CTQ stands for, yes, VOC, voice of the customer, VOB, voice of the business. Critical to quality, and critical to quality, in fact, is critical to customer. That's nothing more the translation of the VOC into something measurable. We must have a clear game score, you know, scorecard. Okay, now I see that's 1-1, it's 2-1. Okay, now I see what time is it. Now I see, yeah, it's very important. Very important. Don't run projects like, let's standardize this. What was the final result? We have standardized the process. So what? Now the process is more robust. Too vague, too abstract. Okay, I have reduced average lead time from 15 minutes to less than 5 minutes. I have reduced the percentage of bad pizzas from 10% to 3%. Oh, now you are talking. Now you are talking. So we must have at least one CTQ per project. Okay, at least one CTQ. Beautiful. And then we have the project charter with the pyramid structure, introduction and negative consequences, financial negative consequences, and goal statement. Goal statement using the SMART principle. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Yeah? Wonderful. Then we should map our processes. Who remembers the name of the tool to map high level? Helicopter view. High level, high level. 5 letters. SIPOC, Vanessa Bagoff. Supplier, input, process, output, and customer. And we should start by process. Yeah? So after we conclude the high-level PMAP, we should go ahead and map our process in a more detailed level. Yeah, we call this level 4 or atomic level. Yeah, we go at the level of action. Beautiful, wonderful. So can you feel that this is professional? This is more professional. I am not just randomly picking a problem, to solve. I'm not doing that. I am picking a problem based on the voice of the customer. I am balancing voice of the customer with voice of the business. I am translating into something measurable. I am collecting historical data, from the past 12 months, past month, past week, I am writing down a good problem statement, a good goal statement, and I am taking an X-ray or a CT scan, computerized tomography scan, yeah, to fully understand the current state. Who remembers what's the main tool to map the process? In order to write down a SIPOC or a detailed PMAP, it's just a meeting room, right? It's just a meeting room. Is that right, or this is wrong? This is wrong. What's the main tool to map out processes? Walk the process. Beautiful, beautiful. Walk the process. Go to, let me see who is the first one to say. Go to a Japanese word. Just take the name. The engagement is so amazing that it is running way too fast here in the comments. Ahmad Faiz Mohad. Ahmad. You are right, Ahmad. You are right. Yeah, Gemba. Go to Gemba. Workplace. Marcelo, but I do have the best KPIs in front of me. I do have the best dashboards. Marcelo, I trust people. I know you trust people, but you wanna smell the process. You wanna go there and touch, the machines, and you wanna listen your people. You wanna see the raw material. You wanna feel, if the place is organized or not. Okay? Do you understand? Can you feel that this is professional? Yes or not? Do you guys know? Can you feel the flow tonight? Come on, my people! Can you feel the flow? Can you feel the flow? Can you feel that the tools are somehow connected? Can you feel that there is a sequence that will maximize the chances for you to solve the problem? Can you feel that there is a sequence of steps that if you follow, you are not guessing? You are not guessing. Yes? Beautiful. So now we have finished the find phase and it is time to start measure phase. Okay? It is time, so very quickly. Very quickly. Remember our case study. Remember our case study. Alice is the owner of a restaurant. She's facing quality and delivery problems. Remember that we have listened to the voice of the customer. We have two CTQs, pizza delivery time and pizza quality. Remember that we have a good problem statement highlighting VOC. This is a mistake. This is not VOC. This is VOB, voice of the business. Voice of the business. Yeah. Then we have used SMART, to properly state the goal for CTQ1 and also SMART to properly state the goal for CTQ2. Yeah. And then we have mapped our processes using SciPoc and also detailed PMAP. So now it's time to start measure phase, okay? So if you are here with me, type I'm here with you. Because I am here with the best of the best. The best of the best. So please take a look. And let's investigate measurement systems. Do you understand? Remember, feel the flow. Yeah? Feel the flow. Do you agree that now it's time to collect data? Because we are talking about quality problems, we are talking about delivery time, but I have not presented one single data point so far. So it's time for data collection or to check if you have historical data. Many times you have good historical data. Do you guys understand that? But there is something, or let me rephrase that. Do you think it is possible to run continuous improvement without data? You know that it is not possible. You must have data. You must have data. It's your game score. But there is something that is even more dangerous than not having data. That is when you have unreliable data, when you have bad data. Do you guys understand that? So now I must have an important conversation. It's just a conversation about measurement system analysis, the famous MSA. Yeah? By the way, guys, many people asked me about the next steps. Marcelo, I want to be a black belt. Black belt is the professional that masters the entire body of knowledge. Master black belt masters the technical body of knowledge and many other managerial, you know, elements, I would say. Okay? But the entire technical body of knowledge is part of the black belt, I would say, curriculum. In our black belt course, you will learn how to calculate the measurement system error. You know, error. Now for yellow belts, I'm going to present the concepts and principles. Does it make sense? Yeah. And by the way, if you were one of the people that sent me a message like, I want to become a black belt, or if you want to become a black belt, type here for me, I want more. I want more. Type here for me. And if you want more, the very first thing I have to tell you is wait. Focus on your yellow belt. Too soon. It's too soon to talk about black belt. Now focus in becoming a white and yellow belt. Okay? And when you finish yellow belt, you feel that you want more, wait, because you will have a very special opportunity to join the next level, okay? And thank you for expressing your interest in becoming a black belt. But just so you know that there is there is a way to go even deeper, okay? But now focus here. Guys, investigate measurement system. Type here for me, how many letter A's can you see? No, I'll not do that with you. Type here in our chat window, how many letter A's can you see? How many letter A's do you see in this slide? Six, 5, 4, 6, 5. Do you agree that if I argue that you guys are my measurement system, or if I can say that each of you guys represent one measurement system, do you believe that this scenario is consistent or inconsistent? Do you see variation? Is there a variation, or it has no variation? Type here for me, variation or no variation, when we see the responses for different people. It's inconsistent. So this is an amazing example of what we call reproducibility problem, okay? So let's have a conversation about measurement system analysis. So just notions of measurement system analysis, okay? Just a quick conversation, and I'm gonna share my slide with you, okay? Notions of measurement system analysis. Yeah. So we definitely want to have to make decisions based on data. But remember, many times, if you have no data, you have no decisions. No decision. But if you have bad data, you have bad decisions. Do you guys understand that? Yeah. So the worst scenario is not having no data. The worst scenario is having bad data, unreliable data. Yeah, unreliable data. So we must check how reliable is our measurement system. Our measurement system. There are basically three dimensions to be evaluated. Okay? The first dimension is reproducibility. Okay? Reproducibility. Reproducibility, we are talking about. So reproducibility error, yeah, reproducibility error is nothing but variation that comes from different measurement systems when they are measuring the same thing. Do you guys understand that? I showed the very same slide for you guys. It was the very same slide. And I presented these slides to different people, and we saw that few people said 6, few people said 5, few people said 4, some people said 7. So this is an error. And we must reduce variation. We must reduce variation. We must standardize our measurement system in order to reduce variation. Yeah? I love to play soccer. I love to play soccer. And in 2016, 10 years ago, I was playing. I am from Brazil, so you guys know how how crazy we are about soccer. And then I broke my leg, but it was not like an ugly fracture. It was, they call a stable fracture. So it's not even visible that my leg was broken, my tibia, the base of my knee, you know. The first doctor, I went to 2 doctors. The first doctor said, you are good. Just took an x-ray, you are good. He was my friend. You are good, Marcelo, just ice. Just ice. And then I went back home. I could not like walk at all. I went back home, ice, but then second day, my foot started getting black, really black, you know? And then when I tried like to step in the floor, it was like an electrical shock, you know? The pain was insane. Day 3, my foot was really black. And then I thought, maybe the best action to be taken is not only ice. Maybe I need a little bit more than ice. Maybe. And then I went to a second doctor. And then the second doctor requested a CT scan. And then he saw that there was a fracture, you know. And then he said, surgery, a little bit more than I. Surgery, you know, and then my point is, two doctors, the same knee, the same person, the same tibia, the same fracture. So I am, please, I don't want to sound disrespectful with doctors. I know we have physicians here. I know we have doctors. I have a huge respect for the profession. But the point is, in medicine and in many other areas, we are full of opportunities to reduce cut. Yeah, there's a 30 option, just cut. Yeah. So are you guys understanding that? And so how do we fight? How do we reduce reproducibility? You know, because the first doctor was creating a data point. Imagine that he's collecting data. He's creating a data point saying, we have someone with, I don't know, some minor torsion, you know, or I don't know, any sort of an inflammation in a ligament or in a tendon. You know, that was the measurement, the measured data point from the first doctor. And the said doctor said, no, we have a fracture. It's another data. Do you guys understand that? So how do we reduce that? Standardization. Standardization is SOP, standard operating procedure, training, and audit. Maybe you guys want to take note of that. Standardization for medicine, for bakeries, for restaurant, for aviation, for cars. Standardization. SOP, you must write down, how do I evaluate a broken leg? You know, I have a two-year-old son. I don't know if this is global, but for kids, you know, in Brazil, they do have, I felt, you know, that the number of protocols of SOPs is way higher. You know, my son had some respiratory issues, bronchiolitis, you know, when he was 6 months. And we struggled quite a lot. And I saw a decision matrix. If blah, 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 then you do that. If blah, 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 check that, blah, you know, and the doctor was checking. Okay, tell me about the symptoms. Okay, so let's do that. Standard operating procedure, training. You must be trained and constantly, regularly trained. You know, training is not like a one-time event. You must be constantly trained. And then audit. Someone must check if Marcelo is properly following the SOP. If I am following correctly the SOP, I should be recognized publicly. Bravo! Bravo, Marcelinho is adherent to the procedure. Bravo. Why? Because when you recognize publicly, other people want to know what is Marcelinho doing. And if I am not properly following the SOP, we should give a one-on-one feedback. So we recognize, we applaud publicly, and we give a constructive feedback privately. Again, applaud publicly, whoa, and we give constructive feedback one-on-one. Okay, so the second dimension is repeatability. Interesting. Repeatability. And here we are talking about error. Okay, reproducibility error and repeatability error. Repeatability, I'm talking about the, interesting. If I ask you guys to measure again, yeah? If I ask you guys to measure again the same part, would you say the very same result? If I ask you to measure the very same slide, would you say the very same result? The same person. Read again, please, read again. So maybe one person said 5, first time he or she read, and then 7. Yeah, and then 7. So repeatability error has to do with the variation that comes from the same measurement system when it is measuring the same thing. And here I am using simple words, okay? You may find definitions here that are way more robust, complete in terms of more academic, responses. Here I am respecting my people that are seeing this for the very first time, and I know that many people suffer if we go very technical, okay? So I'm trying to keep as simple as possible, okay? Now, what if I ask how many letter A's we have here? And then everybody says 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. And then I ask to measure again, and everybody says 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Then we would be good in terms of repeatability and also reproducibility, but the $1 million question is, how many letter A's we have in reality? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the true value is 7. So even if I have everybody saying 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and second time 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, I need to be aware that there is another kind of error. There is another kind of error that we call accuracy error, or if you prefer bias, just bias. Accuracy. So a measurement system that is inaccurate means there is way too much variation from different measurement system when in comparison to the true value. Marcelo, but how do you find the true value? With a better measurement system. Marcelo, but if you have a better measurement system, why don't you use a better measurement system in your production line? Because many times to use a better measurement system at full scale, it's insanely expensive. Do you guys understand that? Normally, if you want to improve your measurement system by nature, you are going to spend money. Yeah? So accuracy has to do with what is the true value and how far am I from the true value. For example, who will win the World Cup This year, Brazil or Argentina? Come on. Remember that you have a test to take. Remember that you have a test to take. Who will win the Soccer World Cup in Brazil? In Brazil, no. In the United States this year. Brazil or Argentina? And then let's suppose everybody says Argentina, 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 Argentina. Does it mean, yeah, that they are right? Not necessarily. In this case, I wanna play a little bit with you guys, but in this case, we are not talking about measuring something. We are talking about predicting something. But the mechanics is the same. The mechanics is the same. So now I need to ask you if you understood the importance of checking repeatability, reproducibility, and accuracy. From 0 to 10, how much did you understand the principles, okay, and the concepts? You can improve. You can improve measurement systems using SOP, training, and audit. Okay? Because this is so important, I wanna ask you to please take a look and ask questions. Neymar, ask questions. Please type here for me your questions. I want to pick a few questions here from you guys. What's the difference between reproducibility and repeatability? From Jasmine Lagas. Thank you. So reproducibility, we are talking about different people in this case. So reproducibility, variation that comes from different measurement systems. So one person said 5, another person said 6. So this is a reproducibility, it's not reproducible. Repeatability, the same person. I said 4, I said 5, like Arthur, my son, let's suppose. Papa, I want ice cream. And then I say no. And then next time I say yes. The next time I say no. This is a repeatability problem. I am being inconsistent. The same person, yeah? Can we use historical data to minimize the errors? In fact, in order to run a measurement system analysis, it's an experiment. So you need fresh data. Fresh data. Yeah, unfortunately, and again, here for yellow belts, I don't teach how to calculate the error, but you can calculate the error using softwares, statistical softwares like Minitab. But no, you cannot use historical data. Yeah. How do you determine if it is 1, 2, or 3 errors? No, you need to check. Reproducibility and repeatability are the famous RNR. RNR is very relevant when you have measurements that depend on people. Okay, if your measurement system is fully automated, then you know RNR may not be that relevant. Yeah, but you should check at least RNR plus bias. Measurement system, you have 6 dimensions. You have repeatability, reproducibility, bias, linearity. Linearity has to do with how accurate is my system when I am measuring from 0 to 30, and how accurate it is when I am measuring 2 meters, 3 meters. Because all measurement systems, they have an optimal range of operation, okay? We call this linearity. And again, this is a black belt content. You also have stability. How is your accuracy over time? And you have something that we call discrimination. Discrimination has to do with, for example, the number of decimal places that you have. Yeah? But you should go at least for RNR. RNR plus bias is an optimal package. And normally, bias you can manage via calibration. If your equipment is properly calibrated, normally, you know, you are kind of safe in terms of bias, okay? Elaborate the SOP, a standard operating procedure. Standard operating procedure is valid for measurement system analysis and for all processes. Yeah, and even knowing it may sound something simple to write down, to design an SOP, this is not necessarily simple, okay? You must have your experts, you must be simple and at the same time granular. Granular means when I read that, I can understand all the actions that I need to take. But if you go too granular, you will overwhelm people. You know, so you need to find the optimal level of detail. And to be honest, this is not necessarily simple, but you can iterate, you can evolve, you can present a version 1 and then you can ask for feedback. You can see if it is trainable, if with that SOP people can be trained. If not, you go and you fine-tune your SOP, okay? Are statistical methods applicable on solving these variability problems? Yes, Angelo, many people say that sometimes if your measurement system is broken, completely broken, you can run a Lean Six Sigma project to find the root causes of your measurement system errors, okay? When or in what grounds can you say that it's better to upgrade, change our measurement system that tolerate the current system? Yeah, that's a great question, Robert Andanza. That's a great question. In fact, every error has a cost. Okay, so what's the cost of a bad diagnosis? What's the cost of a bad diagnosis? So you need to compare the cost of a bad diagnosis. We should say that Marcelinho's leg is broken, and we didn't say that. What's the implication? Now Marcelo had to buy different medicines. Now, you know, qualitatively and quantitatively, what's the cost of a bad data? And then you compare that with the cost of improving your measurement system, and then you see if there is an ROI, a return on investment, you know? Because see, a bad measurement system, Robert, you will have two serious problems, okay? One that is internal and another one that is external. Because see, let's suppose blue is good and black is bad. Tell me, what's that? Good. Black, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. What happens if I say this is good? What happens if I say that this is bad? I'm gonna scrap, I'm gonna kill this part. So it's a problem for my pocket. Yeah, I have just scrapped something good. So I'm wasting the 6 M's: the material, the machine, time used here, the manpower involved, the environment, yeah, scrap. But there is an even worse problem. That is, what if I say that this bad product is good? Who will suffer? The client. If I say that a bad product is good because of a measurement system error, and I send to my customer, depending on the error, you have legal problems. You have to call your attorneys. You will damage your reputation. It's your perceived quality, as Garvin says. You know, you may have to pay a fee, a penalty, because of the quality problem. So there is cost involved in a bad measurement system. So you should compare this cost versus the investment to upgrade your measurement system. Yeah? Correct, yes. What's better, root cause analysis tool? We'll be talking about root cause tomorrow. Tomorrow, okay? Yeah. Yeah, lawsuit. Then you are in trouble. Yeah. Then you are in trouble. When I was working for Nielsen, Nielsen is the largest market research company in the planet. I had a chance to work 7 years for Nielsen. So imagine, Nielsen created the concept of market share. So imagine that executives from Coca-Cola, they are promoted, or they were promoted based on Nielsen's numbers, you know, or the marketing campaigns from Coca-Cola, you know, in São Paulo, in Brazil. So if it was really properly concluded that Coca-Cola was somehow damaged because of a bad Nielsen number, we had to pay fees, like millionaire fees, like seven figures, like, yeah, sometimes, you know. It's not something, it's rare to happen, but when it happens, you will get in trouble. Yeah? What's the difference between the make, PDCA, and Kaizen? Yeah, that's an interesting question, and we must be very careful, because you definitely don't want to fall into the trap of methodological discussions and, you know, because there are many different methods and philosophies and tools and techniques. So the make is focused specifically on chronic problems that we don't know the solution. PDCA, or Deming cycle, even knowing that Deming always said that the PDCA is from Shewhart, Walter Shewhart. It's more for basic problems that you have good hypotheses about the nature of the problem, yeah? And Kaizen, I don't see Kaizen as, because Kaizen is not exactly a method, you know, it's more of a way of thinking, you know. Kaizen is a Japanese word that means change, kai, zen, for the better, you know, or continuous improvement if you prefer. So I see Kaizen, because see, there is a difference between here, I mean, all of you guys are from, the vast majority of you guys are from Asia. Is there anyone that is not from Asia? Type here, Asia or not Asia, type here for me. But I believe that this specific wave, it's pretty much Asia. And I don't want to say, please, I don't want to say one is right and one is wrong. I don't want to say that. But you know that in many aspects, culturally speaking, Asians are different from Americans. I am from South America, yeah? In America, people love frameworks. Step 1, then step 2, then step 3, then step 4, then step 5. You do that, and then you do that, and then you do that, and then you do that. Let's talk about Japan, specifically Toyota production system. They prefer to first of all work your mindset. So don't think of method. Think of the philosophy of continuous improvement. And I love that. I love that. I think this is beautiful. This is beautiful. And many people argue that you guys, Asians, you go deeper. You go deeper. You understand the essence. You understand, you know, the genesis. And then your way of thinking is different because you were penetrated in a certain way that it's not in your mind only, it's in your heart, you know. I have many Japanese friends, you know, including musicians, engineers. I have students from Japan. Not many, but I do have students from Japan. You know, I have friends that work for Toyota. It's different. It's different because you guys go from inside to outside. You like to understand what is behind. And then if you understand the principles and concepts and the philosophical elements, you have the umbrella. And then when you have the full umbrella, it's easier to understand the purpose. So Kaizen has to do with that. You can have a Kaizen Blitz. It's an event of 3 days, you know, and let's do this. But Kaizen is more than that. It is more than that. It's really you understanding your limitations as a person. We are limited by nature. There is no zero variation. There is no zero error. There is no zero defect. Even knowing that Japan created the concept of zero defect, this is a vision. This is a destination that we will never reach. I find this beautiful. Yes, continuous improvement means, when do we stop? Never. Never. When do we stop improving processes? Never. There is always something to be done to improve customer satisfaction. There will be always an opportunity to reduce variation. And then it keeps us humble. Humble. And again, I am not, maybe I'll get in trouble now, but I don't want to say one is better than the other, but they are different. I feel people from Asia more humble. You guys are more. I teach in 108 countries. I completely different planets when I'm teaching to Asians. You know, I feel you guys more humble, more hungry. You guys want to learn, more respectful, to be honest. I don't see many, how do I say, many arrogant people as I see in other places, including my country. Including my country. You know, but again, I don't want to say one is right, one is wrong, but they are different. And then Lean Six Sigma is global, but it was created in Americas. You know, Kaizen is global, but it was created in Japan. In Japan, yeah. So it's a different animal. It's a different animal. Yeah. Yeah. I to be honest, guys, I had a chance to run projects in more than 50 countries. I think it was 52 to run to travel and run projects. I went so many times to Asia. The hub was in Singapore. I know we have people from Malaysia here. I have been so many times in Singapore, 14, 15 times. I went to China. I still did not go to Philippines, but I need to go. To Europe. I ran so many projects in Europe, in Africa continent, so many times in the United States. I love people. I love people, and I love the differences. I love the differences in food, in faces, in the movement of arms, in the way they walk, in the way they talk. I love that. I love diversity. I truly love diversity. I truly love diversity, you know? But we need to understand the differences to maybe optimize the opportunities of customization. And then you can, you know, really improve the results if you understand that. And always remember the base of the lean principles is respect for people. Respect for people. My question is, if I travel to the Philippines, can you guys find, you know, some good local food for me? That's the main question. Okay? The main question is, if I go to Manila, for example, can you guys find, I want to know, you know, the best local food. Oh my God, I need to, yeah. Yeah, India, I went 11 times to Mumbai, so many times to Mumbai, India. Very, very smart people, very smart people. Very smart people, yeah. Balot. Let me see what's balot. Now I am curious. 1 second. We'll go back, okay, to the. But now I am curious. Balot, Philippines. Balut. Let's develop an egg embryo that is boiled, from shell with lemon. I am picturing myself, yeah, just putting a little bit of lemon and being happy. That's what I feel when I see here the picture. Yeehaw! Thank you guys, thank you so much. Yeah, now I'm hungry. No. I just had my breakfast. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I can feel the love. I can feel... I can feel the love from you guys. Can you feel? Okay, now I have a good measurement system, and I do have some historical data. I do have historical data for delivery time and also for quality. I do have historical data. Do you guys understand the sequence? Yes or not? Do you guys understand the sequence? Yes or not? Now I'm gonna start by delivery time. What did I do? I was able to observe a certain number of pizzas, and I was tracking the time from the moment when a customer ordered to the moment when it was served. Are you guys following me? And I have here 30 data points. Marcelo, but they did more pizzas, not only 30. Yes, I took a sample. Do you guys understand that? I took a sample. Marcelo, I don't trust sampling. I want 100% of the data points. Do you guys know this kind of person? I want 100% of the data points. I don't trust sampling. Okay, if you don't trust sampling, your next blood test, you need to extract 100% of your blood. you, you should trust sampling. That's my honest recommendation for you guys. Sampling is powerful. Sampling is powerful, yeah. And then, guys, I'm gonna use now. That's a good one. That's a good argument, right? That's a good argument. Thanks God, we don't need to extract 100% of our blood. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. This is a software named Minitab. Now we'll need to talk a little bit about statistics. One of the ways to understand statistics is take the word status. How is my process? Please, you don't need you do not need to install Minitab. Just look at my screen, okay? Just look at my screen. And by the way, Minitab has just opened an office in Manila. So I hope someday, because I am a Minitab partner, technical partner, and one of the ways to visit Manila maybe is via Minitab. Let's see. Yeah, so let me show you guys Minitab. This part here is kind of similar to Excel, but Excel is cell-based and Minitab is column-based, okay? So delivery time, I'm gonna copy and paste manually so you guys fully understand what I'm doing. Okay. Okay? Beautiful. And please don't worry about the technicalities. I'm running a control chart. I'll be explaining what is a control chart. Don't worry about that. Okay? That's a control chart. I'm gonna copy this graph to our, let's do first for delivery time. And I'll be explaining what is a control chart, okay? 1 second. And let's understand a control chart together, okay? Can you tell me what is this 14.733? What's that? Let me make it even more clear. Yeah. This is the mean. This is the mean, 14.733. Yeah? Mean is important, but at the same time dangerous. On average, Cristiano Ronaldo and I, we have 3 Ferraris. Ooh, Cristiano Ronaldo and Marcelinho, they have 3 Ferraris on average. Cristiano Ronaldo has 6 and I have 0. 6 plus 0 divided by 2, it's 3. So be careful. Average is important, but it's almost always not enough. So on top of average, CR7, on top of average, you must have a flavor of variation. Do you guys understand that? Can you see the variation? Can you feel variation? We had a pizza that was delivered in 15 minutes, another one in 15, another one in 17, another one in 14, another one in 13. So my question for you, does this process vary? Yes, very much. We do have control limits. Marcelo, control limits. Average plus 3 times the standard deviation, but we will not go that deep. So just know that based on data, we can calculate limits, and these limits are important for us to show if my process is in control or out of control. Let's suppose I had one pizza that was delivered in 30 minutes. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. So it's above upper control limit. So this process is out of control because there is a special cause. This process is out of control. If my process has no special causes, then I say that my process is in control. Do you guys understand that? So believe or not, this process is in control. Believe or not, this process is in control. Delivery time. Delivery time stability analysis presented no special causes. No special causes. Data points above upper control limit and or below lower control limit. Okay? So this process is stable. Remember, it does not necessarily mean that my customer is happy. And by the way, I'm gonna use this opportunity to go ahead and for delivery time, I'm gonna run capability analysis, okay? And again, let's keep it super simple. Quality tools, capability analysis, normal, 30 data points, lower spec, let's say 0, but it's a boundary. And now I have the opportunity to ask my customer, please customer, what is your max acceptable pizza delivery time? And then let's suppose the customers, they say it's 10 minutes. If they say it's 10 minutes, then now I have an opportunity to understand how capable is my process. And this is one of the most beautiful pictures, and let's keep it simple. Let's consider that the process is the car, okay? And let me do something different here. The process is the car. And can you see that we have a garage? This is a garage, yeah? And my question for you is my car properly parked in the garage? Yes or not? Is my car properly parked in the garage? You guys tell me. Is this car properly parked in the garage? No. The garage is here and the process is completely off. Completely off. Do you guys understand that? You don't need to know right now what's a histogram, okay? You don't need to know, nor about the normal probability distribution. We'll not go that deep. I just want you to know that I have a process that is completely off the garage, okay? And by the way, based on this picture, I am predicting 100% of late deliveries. Based on this picture, I am not a 6 sigma. I am minus 4.5 sigma. Sigma level varies from minus infinity to plus infinity. The greater, the better. 6 sigma means 2 problems per billion. Imagine 1 billion, B as in ball, 1 billion pizzas, and we had only 2 late pizzas. So minus 4.5 sigma, this is terrible. Are you guys following me? I think this is not, yeah, no, this is terrible. This is terrible, terrible. And then some people say, depending on the country where I teach that, some people say, oh, the driver was drunk. Oh, the driver was not paying attention. Some people say there was not enough signals. When I teach this in Brazil, they say, oh, maybe the person had a lover. a lover in the other. So this is cultural. This is cultural. You know, this is Brazil. Brazil. But no matter the metaphor that you are using, please just keep in mind that the car should be properly parked in the garage, okay? Love Brazil. Dangerous. Very dangerous. Got it? Yeah? From 0 to 10, how much did you understand that? How much did you understand that? Oh, Brazil. Yeah, so let me copy. The car being used for Uber. That's a good one. So let me write down here. Delivery time now, not stability, but capability. Delivery time capability analysis presented sigma level equals to minus 4.52, just to be negative. So it means the process is stable but broken. Is it possible to be stable and broken? Is it possible? Yes, it's like me playing soccer. I play soccer terribly. I lose goals like myself and the goalie, and I just miss the goal. But always. I am always terrible. I am terrible today, I'll be terrible tomorrow. I played terribly last week, you know. So yes, you can be consistently wrong, consistently bad, you know. So process is broken, or if you prefer, process is full of opportunities. Full of opportunities. Car is completely off the garage. Completely off. Yeah? So now, please take a look here and ask as many questions as you want. I want to address questions here, please, about capability analysis and also about stability analysis, okay? Consistently terrible. You guys like that, right? Questions. Please take a look here. Car, the garage, yeah? How to compute if you do not have Minitab? There are many different softwares, okay? For our black belt students, we do have a partnership with Minitab that they get Minitab for free, okay? But only for black belts. Yeah, Sigma level is it's an index that is inversely proportional to the percentage of defective items. So you can have 100% of defective pizzas, and defective, I mean not only quality, but also delivery. If you have a late pizza, it's a defective pizza, yeah? So when sigma level goes up, the rate of defective items goes down. So sigma level, we want to have as high as possible. Our dream is 6 sigma, but a very good market standard is 4 sigma. If you can reach 4 sigma, you are in very good shape. Very good shape. Okay, very good shape. Okay? 4 sigma. By calculation, how to get to minus 4.52? Integral. I don't know if you want to get there, you know. It's a little bit technical. It's a little bit technical. If you guys want, I can just go on a nerd mode now. But please, you don't need to know that, okay? It's now let's put our hat of a PhD student, you know, of a PhD student. Let me see the easiest way to show you guys this. Let me see the easiest way to show you guys this. Let's view, because it's all about probability. We have a normal probability distribution. The mean is 14.7333. The standard deviation, let's use the 1.04826. Let me see if this is the best way. Because this is not we would need more decimal places here. You know, let me quickly generate another scenario that will be easier to explain for you. Let's suppose the specification limits were not 10, but I think a good example would be 14, because I want to increase the area. I don't know if you guys understand that there is a wall of the garage here, okay? And again, this is a nerd moment, okay? So if you don't understand that, it's okay. It's okay, okay? And then I have an area under the curve. Do you guys understand that? Area under the curve. So sigma level is calculated based on this area. And it's very hard to calculate the area by hand, you know, by hand. Many times when you have problems in just one limit, it's easy. In fact, it's super easy. It's just this guy here, sample mean, okay? Minus the upper spec limit, 14, minus 14.73. So upper spec limit minus the mean, divided by standard deviation. In this case, this is standard deviation. So if you take a calculator, very simple math, but it's not always like this, you know, especially when you have two different areas, problems with the lower spec limit and also with the upper spec limit. So if you do 14 minus 14.7333 divided by 1.04826, okay? 04, no, beep, 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 again, 14 minus 14.733, boom, divided by 1.04826. So minus 0.699 if you round up, yeah, to two decimal places, then you have 0. Minus 0.70, okay? But it will not be easy like that always, okay? The best way to always reach the sigma level is via integral using a software. And let's try to do Let me see if this is a good way. To explain that. Because I want to have a nerd moment without scaring you guys. The mean is 14.7333. And we may find a difference, it's because of the number of decimal places. The standard deviation is 1.04826, yeah, and maybe .7579. Let's see if this is an easy way for you guys. Yeah, I think this is a good way for you guys to understand. So see that when, because this is a probability distribution, so the area under the curve, this is Gauss, the most famous probability distribution on Earth. That's a normal probability distribution, yeah? So see that when I put the percentage or the proportion of defective items, I get exactly 14 and 14.73. Now, if I move to what we call the standardized normal probability distribution, that is the Z probability distribution, that is a probability distribution when the mean is always 0 and the standard deviation is always 1, always 1. And I just do the same, I just put the probability here. Then what I'll get is exactly the sigma level. So the sigma level is also known as Z bench. It's the value in the Z axis for the Z distribution, the standardized normal probability distribution, that will indicate for you directly what's the percentage of, in this case, of defective items, okay? So if I have a sigma level of minus 0.7, I know that I am facing 75.79% of defective items. And then what can I say? What can I say if my sigma level is minus 4.52? What can I say if my sigma level is minus 4.52? I mean, I have virtually 100% of bad pizzas. Virtually 100% of bad pizzas. See? One. Guys, this is a senior black belt conversation. I just did this because I could not control the temptation. I can keep doing this the entire day, you know? This is my world. But again, I need to respect people that are seeing this for the very first time. And to be honest, you don't need to know how to do that or at this level of detail or how to do the integral or how to, you don't need to do this to be an amazing yellow belt. You don't need. This is nerd. No, this is a nerd conversation, okay? So if you did not understand anything, you are good. You are good, okay? You are good. If you understood, you are a nerd. With love, with love, with love. No. If you understood, that's amazing. That's amazing. But again, this is not very practical. The practicality of sigma level is okay. And then the more you use, the easier it is for you, because someone says, my sigma level, I am running a project, my sigma level is 2. That's it. You don't need to talk about mean, standard deviation, specification limits, it's 2. Okay, so I know that we are okay. We are okay, but we have improvement opportunities. If you tell me my sigma level is 4, wow, why are you running a project if your sigma level is already 4? If you tell me my sigma level is -10, I'm gonna buy you a caipirinha, even knowing that I don't drink alcohol. If you tell me, Marcelo, I'm starting, my sigma level right now is -10, I'm gonna sing a sad song for you. And I'm gonna hug, if you allow me, I'm gonna hug you and let's cry together without knowing the mean, the nature of the process, the standard deviation. But I know that sigma level equals -10. Oof, it's complicated. But it also means that we are full of opportunities. So the only thing I need you guys to know right now, as a yellow belt student, attention, ladies and gentlemen. If you are here with me, type here, I am here with you, Marcelo. Type here, if you are here with me. The only thing I need you to know right now is I need to check if my measurement system is reproducible enough, is repeatable enough, is accurate enough. Then I need to check if my process is stable. Yes, there is no special causes. No special causes. Because there is no data point above upper control limit nor below lower control limit. And also, my sigma level is -4.5. You will see that, in fact, this is good, because when my process is broken at the beginning, it means I have more opportunities to improve, okay? This is continuous data. Time is continuous data. Now I need to shift to discrete data. Quality is discrete data. I'm counting here 1 pizza, 2 pizzas out of 130 pizzas. I got 12 pizzas with quality problems. I saw 104 pizzas and 14 customers complained. I saw 105 pizzas and 14 customers complained. Are you guys following me? Are you guys following me? Yeah? So let me take this data and then I'll do the same with Minitab. I'll do the same. So total pizzas and bad pizzas. Okay, and let me do little by little so you guys understand from where I am taking the data. Yeah. Let me copy and paste from here. Copy and paste from here. Beautiful. Okay, so now I'm gonna run a control chart. Okay, in this case, it's P as in proportion, bad pizzas, and total pizzas. Don't worry about the fact that the control limits, they vary. They vary because the total number of pizzas per day are different, okay? The total number of pizzas per day, you know, this number varies quite a lot. But don't worry about that. My question for you is very simple. Is this process stable or not? I see that we have 10% of defective pizzas. Yeah. Is this process stable or not? You guys tell me, is this process stable or not? Special cause, the average pizza delivery time is 14.733 minutes. Okay? Beautiful. So the process is stable, guys, because there is no special cause. So quality stability analysis presented no special causes. Data points above, no data points above upper control limit, nor below lower control limit. No data points above upper control limit, nor below lower control limit. Yeah? Average pizza, average percentage of bad pizzas is 10.22. Okay? Process is stable. Remember, it does not necessarily mean that customer is happy. Okay? So type following if you understand that. It's the same mechanics, guys. It's the very same mechanics of delivery time. The very same mechanics. Okay, the only thing is the control chart here is for discrete data because it's percentage of bad pizzas, and I can count pizza, one good pizza, one bad pizza. It's simple like that. Okay? And now, to finish our session today, and please, if you are enjoying, subscribe to my channel. Come on, guys, subscribe to my channel. Give us a like, a thumbs up, because today I have the best of the best, and tomorrow I'll have the best of the best of the best. And on Thursday, the best of the best of the best of the best. And then the ones that will be certified as yellow belts will be the best of the best of the best of the best of the best. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And give us a like. So the capability analysis for quality in Minitab, let's do that. We are talking about quality tools, capability analysis, binomial, defective bad pizzas, and total pizzas. In this case, I don't need to place the target. I can put, I want to know my customers, they support max 5%, max 5%, max 5%. And for discrete data, I don't have the car and the garage. For discrete data, I don't have the car and the garage. I have only sigma level. Okay, guys, for discrete data, I have only sigma level. And so let's place the sigma level here. And sigma level is pretty much Z, process Z. Okay, I have the control chart, I have the rate of defectives. How does the percentage of defective items vary according to the sample size? Yes, and in this case, we would prefer to see the data points as randomly distributed as possible. Here we have the cumulative percentage of defective items. If I consider only sample 1, I would have 9.23% of defective items. When I start accumulating, you know, the data, the different samples, it will converge to 10.22, the very same one. But again, we are interested in Z only, pretty much in Z. Paste. Yeah, so I'm gonna take this one here and I'm gonna highlight, I'm gonna highlight Z. So in this case, sigma level is 1.2693. Okay? Again, the industry standard is 4, so it's not as broken as delivery time, but we are not very much in good shape. Yeah? So quality capability analysis. Presented sigma level equals to 1.2693. Okay? In this case, we cannot check if the car is in the garage. This process is full of opportunities, I would say. So guys, I hope you can understand that there is a flow. There is a flow here. We were presented to a problem in Alice's restaurant. We are applying a framework named DMake, where we have listened to the voice of the customer, spoken and unspoken voice of the customer using different data collection tools. We have translated the VOC into different CTQs. We have also created a good problem statement with VOC and VOB, and also defined 2 good go statements with SMART principle. Then we mapped high level with SIPOC, detailed with detailed PMAP. Now we had a very good conversation about reproducibility, repeatability, and accuracy. And then we know that we can improve it using SOP training and audit. Now we rely on our historical data. We ran with this historical data a good stability analysis, and we found that processes are stable, but at the same time, they are not capable, because sigma level should be at least 4. And in this case, it's minus 4.5 for delivery and 1.26 for quality. And then with that, we finish measure phase, and tomorrow we are ready to talk about root cause analysis, my favorite session. I love to talk about root cause analysis. But before that, if you had at least one aha moment, type here for me, eye-opening. Type here for me, eye-opening. If you had at least one aha moment, type here for me, eye-opening. And once again, thank you so very much for being here with me. I hope these 2 hours went as fast for you as it went to me. Thank you so very much, my amazing support team. In this case, I need to be very thankful to my friend Tarcisio, and also to Professor Alexandre Fonseca. We have 3 assistant professors, Alexandre Fonseca, we have Vindra Knai, and we have also Professor Sifuna. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Maria Alice Barbosa. Thank you, Arthur Barbosa. And thank you, Lara Fernandez, that is here with me, my niece. She's my niece. and she's always supporting us here in the chat. And obviously, thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Without you, remember, if you are a LinkedIn user, you definitely want to follow Professor Marcelinho. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. LinkedIn. LinkedIn, you can find me there, Marcelo Machado Fernandes, on LinkedIn, okay? I will be honored to have you as a connection or as a follower, okay? And if you are not, and if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please, come on. Come on. Session 2. Give us a like and subscribe to my channel, okay? I feel blessed, I feel honored to be among special, smart, and respectful people as you guys. And I feel very confident that this journey, this investment of time that you guys are making, it is already promoting an important positive transformation in your career, so you are not dependent on your specific job, on your current boss. You are not dependent. You are not impacted to variables that you cannot control. Market fluctuations, you know, we are in a place full of vectors that we cannot control. The only way to be robust against these vectors is to invest in ourselves. Invest, keep investing in yourself, okay? Because absolutely, with 100% of confidence, this is the best way to be robust against things that we cannot control. Stay blessed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in our session 3. Only with the best of the best of the best. Bye-bye, guys.